I do whatever I choose, stepping like Kappas and Qs. Still keep a tool, cause lacking with toast is intolerant. Got it wherever I move, they do it for views. Since we was toddlers, I ain't been a follower, been breaking rules. Might take me longer, but it made me stronger. Shit, hope you been watching the news. I stayed independent when niggas was calling me crazy. Now look at the industry lately, industry weird. Look how they did Britney Spears. I've been telling y'all this for years. I hustle my peers, now all they bills in the rears. Lopsided asses and gray ass veneers. Meanwhile, I'm out in the woods with the deers. Life is amazing as I make it appear. Yeah, might be a little country, but ain't nothing slow about a bitch. Play with my family or play with my money. It's RP family pouring out fifths. I'm coming out swinging like Freddie McGriff. Hit, bitch, I can't miss. I tried to do keto, but that ain't fit me though, cause I couldn't stop getting bread of the chips. You get a bag and you run in the fips. I get a bag and I make it do flips. Quickly like Gabby, my pockets is flabby. Thank God I no longer sling rocks in the alley. The industry had me, them fuckers was trying to ruin me. NDA threatening and suing me. No weapons forming against me. Said fuck them, kept trucking like Penske.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
No threat to our hotel, especially when the hotel got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our hotel, especially when the hotel got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to a Friday night edition of Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me. And I really appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use that constructive criticism, guys. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, always welcome, guys. If you're over on Kick, hit that subscribe button, guys. A cup of coffee a month, you can support one of your favorite streamers out here in these streets, because it's rough under Joe Biden's America, but that's going to change soon as Donnie T gets back in office. I'm excited. Are you excited, guys? Election day is around the corner. Tuesday, November the 5th. Be there or be square. Man, oh man, oh man. The Democrats are flailing in the wind, man. They are flailing and they're trying to throw a Hail Mary on everything. They want a Hail Mary on everything, guys. Holy smokes. They trying to find something to throw at the wall and hope it stick. Today, everybody had this faux anger, these faux talking points. I'm so what's the word? I'm so offended. I can't believe he said what he said. They try to make it seem like Trump wanted to put a hit out on Liz Cheney, or talk about he suggested that she should be killed. She should be put in front of a firing squad. Oh my goodness gracious, yo. They're really grasping at straws right now. Oh man, what happened? Her rapping was so good your wife said something. She basically woke up to say so. That is funny. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Bruh. They can't get out of their own way at this point. They can't get it. They see the writing on the wall and they're trying to find anything and everything to put out there in the streets, guys. They're trying to find anything and everything, hoping that they can get Donnie T out of the paint on some kind of like I don't know, process. You got the attorney general or whoever he is of Arizona, like, we're going to investigate it because we think that he threatened Liz Cheney's life. And I'm like, what? Get the hell out of here. Miss me with that shit. You know what I mean? What up, Protocol? Protocol in the building. Protocol in the building. AOC's reaction to Trump riding the dump truck. All of it just faux anger. Faux anger, guys. That's all it is. It is so ridiculous. Without further ado, let's get into it. Where we at? But first, before we get into it, I thought this was pretty damn funny. This kid was spot on. With the impersonation, we'll say. He was spot on with the impersonation. Check this out. Y'all see this?
Happy Halloween, everybody. I love it. We're going to have an amazing Halloween. We're going to make a lot of candy, more candy than ever before. We're going to have better jobs, better economy, lower gas prices. You already know that by now. But if you don't have any brain cells, obviously, or common sense, you're voting for Kamala Harris. No one likes Kamala and Tampon Tim. But you already know, November 5th, vote for me. It's going to be phenomenal. And like I said, have an amazing Halloween. Make a lot of candy. Get a lot of candy, okay? It's going to be phenomenal. Be nice to people. And we're going to make this phenomenal. The best one we've ever seen in 30 years, okay? Bye.
Salute to that kid. Hey, yo, he was spot on with the impersonation, wasn't it? That kid, yo, he need to go viral for that one. He needs to go viral for that one. That shit was a fucking 10 out of 10. That was great. Oh man, that kid was pretty dang funny. Anyway, let's get to this nonsense, y'all. Where we at? Here we go. Here we go. So let's hear it in context. Let's hear what Donnie T said. Let's hear what he said in context, okay? Let's just go there, all right? You know, because we don't sugarcoat nothing on here. We like to get to the context. We like to get to the facts of the matter. You know, we know that the news likes to chop and edit and screw everything up just so you can get you all gaslit and in your feelings and stuff. But let's see what he actually said.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb.
Jesus.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person.
And I didn't even see the edited version, right? This is the first one I pulled up, right? So I'm gonna go out on a limb and let's listen to it one more time.
I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
So I'm assuming they wiped the rifle part out about her getting a rifle, right? And him sending her overseas. And they probably just jump cut it to, let's see how she likes it with rifles trained at her face. I'm assuming that's what they did to chop and screw it up. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're going to run it one more time for the naysayers in the room, for the shine in the room, for the ill-informed in the room, we'll say. Let's go back.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person.
Yo, Trump's a stand-up comedian. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. But this is what they got upset about. Like I said, I swear they be dislocating their shoulder with the amount of reaching that they be doing on the left, man. So they want you to believe, right? After you watch this clip, they want you to believe that Trump threatened Liz Cheney's life. That's what they want you to believe. Got to put the brakes on that. Now, nowhere in that entire statement did Trump threaten Liz Cheney's life. Liz Cheney is a war hawk, just like her daddy. She's a war hawk, just like her daddy, who don't have no problem sending your kid off to die over in some fucking oil field in the middle of the desert. She want to use your kid as cannon fodder. She want to use your kid as collateral damage. She has no issue with that, just like her daddy. So Trump basically said, yo, she a war hawk. Why don't we send her ass over there to fight on the front lines? Let her get shot the fuck at. And he right. You know what's funny is that all these liberals, right? All these liberals that got up in arms over this comment about Liz Cheney, they say that shit all the time. They say what Trump just said all the time about Republican politicians and conservative politicians. They say it all the time. Why don't they go over there on the front line and see what it's like? That's what Trump just said. He said exactly what they be saying. But because Donald Trump said it, it's a problem. But because Donnie T said it, it's a whole problem. That's hilarious to me. That's hilarious to me. This is the same people that tried to make a big stink about Trump making a joke about himself, trying to say it was white supremacy for him to sit there and say that he wanted to get a tan on his white skin. Y'all remember that? Let's go to that real quick. Since we already here, where is that? I know I still got it in here somewhere. Where is that? Do I still got it in here? Boom. Let's look.
Don't go to what Donald.
Look at this. Old Al Sharptongue on MSNBC.
But let's also go to what Donald Trump himself said last night, that some of the black men groups that I've been debating about why they can't be with Trump, he said, I could be laying out in the beach with my white skin getting tanned. I mean, this is Donald Trump's mouth saying this. So I said to those on the fence, this is not a real racial signal. My pretty white, beautiful white skin. Yeah. Donald Trump said this last night at his homecoming.
The greatest resorts in the world. I could have been extremely happy. I could have had those beautiful waves smack me in the face. And I could have had the beautiful suntan. This white skin could have been tan and beautiful.
So when people said that this was like reminiscent of the supremacist rally in 1939, the Nazis, I think that it lived up to that.
Again, the reaching. Their arms got to be dislocated with all that reaching. This is what they're resorting to. How many times they call for the death of Donald Trump? How many times they call him Hitler and that he needs to be stopped? How many celebrities pantomimed him getting shot in the head? We had Kathy Griffith holding a picture, a effigy of his head in a photo shoot. She did a whole photo shoot to show that she wanted Trump dead. We had Snoop Dogg pull a proverbial gun on Trump. Not even proverbial, it was a prop gun, and pull the trigger on a Trump actor. They had a play in was it Shakespeare in the Park, where they had Trump playing modern day Caesar and him getting stabbed to death. Huh? Rosie O'Donnell, who wear underwear with dick holes in them, calling for Trump to be taken out because he's literally Hitler. Nobody got brought up on charges on none of that shit. Nobody got investigated for none of that. Trump don't even threaten Liz Cheney's life. He doesn't even threaten Liz Cheney's life. He says her ass need to go over there with a rifle and get shot at and fight for this country like she want these kids to go over there and fight for this country. That's all they want to do is go to war. That's all they want to do. Her daddy wanted to go to war. He helped start a war. He helped start a 20+ year war. You got John McCain, bomb, Iran. Remember he did that? What about Libya with Hillary Clinton? We came, we saw, he died. With her cackle. They're war hawks. And he's right. They don't know the consequences of their actions unless they go over there and they fight for this country themselves. Let them go over there on the front line and see how I feel. Donald Trump threatened Liz Cheney's life. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And this is why they're so dishonest. That's why they're called fake news, because that's exactly what it is. Fake news. Fake news is exactly what it is. Look at this. These are just articles, right? These are articles. Trump attacks Liz Cheney using violent war imagery. Trump suggests Liz Cheney should have guns trained at her face. That's NPR. This is crazy. Trump says warhawk Liz Cheney should be fired upon an escalation of violent rhetoric against his opponents. She's not even his fucking opponent. This is what they want y'all to believe. You say enough, you say something enough times, people are bound to believe it. Mass formation psychosis. They know it's false. They know it's fake. What are they going to keep doing? They're going to keep pushing that agenda. They're going to keep pushing that narrative. Trump threatened Liz Cheney's life. He's unhinged. And it can be debunked by 100 journalists. It could be debunked by 100 YouTubers. And they're going to keep still pushing that, just like they do with Agenda 2025. And dummies out here still believe that shit. People out here still believe that shit. I appreciate it. Irrational bastard? Is that what it's supposed to be? I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. If y'all new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Let me turn the auto on the comments so I can read them. What up, Rudy? We got Rudy in the building. Victoria Newland is Cheney suited. Her too. Elon is working with the Russians. With no evidence to back it up. They just say it. They just throwing everything out like sunshine right now. They throwing it all out there like sunshine right now. That's what they doing. And that's how they want you to, they just want you to be deaf, blind, and dumb. Because it's easier to get shit over on you guys if you're deaf, blind, and dumb. And if you're just getting here, I'm going to let you hear it one more time before we move on. I'm going to let you hear it one more time before we move on.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk.
YouTube be doing that.
Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. With a rifle standing there. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person.
But she's a stupid person. Man, that is funny. Oh, my goodness gracious. It is hilarious to me that they call that a death threat. Goddamn death threat. Like I said, all these liberals and all these people getting all upset about that shit. They say it all the time. They say it all the time. They need to go over there and fight on the front lines to see how it feels. That's all Trump said. That's all he said. Here they come. Here they come. Yeah. Get them. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That is. Oh, he owns stocks in I bet he do. I bet he do. She gonna be trying to get that Nancy Pelosi action. She's gonna try to get that Nancy Pelosi action is what's gonna happen. But like I said, y'all, stop with the faux anger. Stop with the faux anger. You know damn well that's not what he said, but y'all want to believe that's what he said. There's a difference between what you want to believe and then there's the difference, and then there's the facts. Let's stick with the facts. Wishful thinking, just throw that shit out the fucking window. Let's stick with the facts, man. Let's stick to reality. And you know as well as I know out here, you know as well as I know that's not what he said. That's like y'all still running with the good people on both sides trope. We all know even Snopes had to change their fact check on it. Even Snopes had to change it to the fact that Trump did, that wasn't the entire context. There were good people on both sides. I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and white supremacists. They deserve to be condemned totally. You know, it's common sense. It's common sense. But people don't want their belief systems broken. They don't. They want the blind leading the blind. That's what they want. They want the blind leading the blind. They want the Pied Piper to march their asses right off the cliff. That's what they want. They want the Pied Piper to march their asses right off the cliff. Bruh, I don't, you know what, whatever. Like I said, you know, no, people ain't buying that shit no more. Right. Meanwhile, Dick Cheney done shot some man in the face on a hunting trip. Nothing happened to him. He shot a man in the face with a shotgun on a hunting trip. Nothing happened, old Warhawk Dick. Old Tricky Dick. Pause. Oh, man. So cut the faux outrage out, guys. If you're going to hate somebody or you're going to dislike somebody or you're going to be against somebody on actual hardcore facts and evidence. Not off hearsay in which you believe he said. Period, full stop. So when you do shit like that, that's when you start changing people. That's when you start pushing people away from your cause. When you start to get in your feelings and you start to push that shit, and the people like, yo, all right, now they just disingenuous and they just lying their ass off. Matter of fact, where's this? I got a video because this guy said it perfect. What did I do with that? Here it go. Here it go. He couldn't have said it perfectly. You can tell he put some thought into this shit. Listen to this, guys.
You guys like to assume that everybody who's voting for Trump is Republican. I'm not. Hell, Trump's not even Republican. Matter of fact, neither is Elon, neither is RFK, neither is Tulsi Gabbard. A bunch of people who are voting for Trump aren't Republicans. The only current top Republican that's actually a Republican is J.D. Vance. The rest are JFK Democrats. They're conservative and they're libertarian. That's JFK in a nutshell. But the left has gone so far left that the Democrat Party is almost unrecognizable. They use a donkey as the mascot for the Democrat Party, and it is extremely fitting. Because over the last 24 years, you guys have been proven to be a bunch of jackasses. You questioned the election in 2000, you questioned the election in 2004, you won in 2008 and 2012, questioned 2016, and you expect us not to think that you're going to question 2024? Trump protests 2020 and you act like he's the worst person on the planet, yet Democrats have protested every single election won by Republicans since the year 2000. Shut the fuck up.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Even I questioned 2000 though. 2000, that shit. The powers that be stole that shit. 2000, the recap. Jeb Bush was the governor, and 2000 was straight up shanghaied from Al Gore. We're just going to keep it a buck. But that's because George Bush was selected by the powers that be. They, them, the collective, the deep state. He was selected to be the president. They couldn't let Al Gore get in there. Just like in they couldn't let Bernie Sanders be the Democratic nominee for 2016. He was not the one selected. It was Hillary. So they had to muscle that away from Bernie Sanders. It goes for both sides. Trump's the first person to be in office, or the first president that wouldn't bend the knee. Oh, I didn't say nothing about Al Gore not being corrupt now. I'm just saying they stole that shit from Al Gore. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The president is selected and not elected. Trump is the first president in a very long time who was not selected. And the powers that be, they, them, the collective, the deep state, the Boys and Girls Club that Trump ain't involved in, he was not it. Yeah, Mr. Al Gore, Mr. Invented the Internet. Right. Like I said, I ain't say Al Gore wasn't corrupt. I'm just saying they took that shit from Al Gore because he was not the one that they wanted in office. You know? But he's right. Trump wins 2016. What they do? Oh, he's not a legitimate president. He had the help of Russia. And then that shit turned out to be a nothing burger. Nobody went to jail for that shit. They made that up. They did some espionage shit. They did some traitorous shit to try to make Trump look like he was in bed with Russia and wasn't a legitimate president. They really tried to stage a coup. But nobody went to jail on that, did they? Not one person went to jail, did they? Yeah, we already know. We already know the Trump Tower meeting with Natasha Veselnitskaya, paid for by the Clinton Foundation. But they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. The Trump dossier that they got. I forgot the guy's name, the Australian guy that they got, that the guy from MI5 or whatever got it from and then sold it to Hillary and them. Yeah. He said a lot of it was said in jest. He said a lot of the shit was just jokes. Hillary didn't go to jail for opposition research. Yeah. Oh, David Steele, thank you. Steele dossier, that's right. She ain't go to jail on that shit, and Trump didn't lock her up. He said it'd be bad for the country if I did that. He should have locked her ass up. I wonder if Trump, if he knew that they was going to do the shit that they did to him, would he have locked their asses up? Still sounds like a porno. Oh, man. A silent coup only works if people don't stand up. That is true. We just seen the coup get taken out against Joe Biden. He was no longer it. And they staged a coup against Joe Biden. And mum's the word from the left. They want you to believe that, no, she was democratically selected. No, she was not. Just like Hillary was not democratically selected to be the nominee. Be honest with you, in 2020, Joe, if they would have let that shit play out like the rules say it's supposed to be played out, Tulsi Gabbard would have been their nominee. She was wearing their asses out. But you know what they did? Because she wasn't in the club, they changed the rules to the debate. They changed the rules to running for president. So she couldn't stay in the race. And then Google buried her, I don't know how many pages deep, so nobody could find her anymore, because she was the most Googled candidate after that ass whooping she gave Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Yeah, you're right. They continue to grandstand. It's just annoying. It's just annoying when you can go and with just a quick Google search, you can go and verify some bullshit, whether something's bullshit or not. You don't want to use Google, use DuckDuckGo. Use Bing. I don't fucking know. But all you got to do is go and do a quick search and you can find out if something bullshit or not. Always look for the context in certain things, especially when they say somebody said something. Let me go see this in context. Brave browser, exactly. Oh, Trump voter shaming already started in your office? I'm sure that shit started in offices across America. The VP's job is to take the fall of every presidential administration downfall. Anyway, they need to cut that shit out. They need to cut it out. Your candidate is bunk. Your candidate is over for her. She getting heckled at her own rallies. She just got heckled. She just got heckled at what was it? She just got heckled in Vegas or in Nevada. It was Vegas, right? That's nuts. Chase on it. Chase on it. Chase know what the deal is. So check this out. Let's go to this real quick. So we got this lady. She's a little animated, but she's saying that where she from in California, there's more Trump supporters than you think. She says she is surrounded by blue. And she said when she went to the polls, there was a lot of people in trash bags. Check it out.
So I just went and voted right around the corner from my house here in California. And I pull up, I take my little hat off, but I don't take my garbage bag off. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I am in the most liberalist state, probably out the whole damn union, okay? California is pretty blue here, okay? Why everybody showing up in their trash bags? The lady was like, I guess you're not going to tell me why you have a trash bag on either, huh? And I looked at her, and I looked at everybody, and everybody looked at me like, you better not say nothing. I ain't saying nothing. You gonna have to Google it, lady. Why we all wearing trash bags. This is why we wearing trash bags. Okay?
I appreciate you, Chase, with the 1999 super chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. He just dropped 1999 and walked away. I appreciate you, man. Yo. First off, I think the trash bag thing is crazy. I'm just like, yo, nah, no. You know what I mean? But we've been seeing a trend of that. We seen our homie Shamika Michelle. She was dressed like a garbage pail kid. We seen a lot of Trump supporters going dressed in trash bags. That's the universal signal. That's going to be the universal signal. Yeah, I voted before it too. That's going to be the universal signal out here in these streets. You see somebody in a trash bag, you already know what it is. You just give them a little head nod. You know, I don't know. Black people go like this. White people go like this. You know, either way, it don't matter. Give them a little head nod and keep it moving. You know, that's like comfort, right? That's comfort. That's like going crossing enemy lines and seeing allies over there. Like you cross enemy lines, like, uh-oh. But then you see an ally, you're like, all right, I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what that's like. You know, so salute that lady and the Californians that's over there standing up for their rights, and it's not going to take it no more. Going in your orange vest, your OSHA approved vest. That's what you're going in, your OSHA approved orange vest. Why not? Why not? Oh man, oh man, oh man. That is funny. That is funny. You got to go in your OSHA approved vest. I love to see it, y'all. I love to see it. Straight up. You know, it's just people standing up for what they believe in, trolling the left at the same damn time. Trolling the left at the same damn time. Oh man. So I played this earlier. Well, no, I made a short earlier today about this, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the short because I need to start promoting my shorts. Pause. Where is that? Let's go to boom and boom. Check this out. How can anybody? I wonder if this is a Dominion voting machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
What just happened?
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying.
This one. How can anybody vote for this woman?
Public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Reduce population? So in other words, Kamala Harris wants to get rid of the quote unquote useless eaters. I don't know about you, but that sounds more Hitlerish than anything Donald Trump ever said. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe for more. Anybody ever seen that clip before? Has anybody? My man Rudy with the $9.99. I appreciate you, Rudy. Victoria Newland is not a, what'd you say? She is not a hot piece of ass. That is all. Yeah.
Public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our
July 14th, 2003.
Children and reduce population, more vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
How many of y'all with that population reduction agenda? How many of y'all with that useless eater eradication agenda? Because that's what they're applying. Who's with the eugenics? Who's with that Margaret Sanger? She said the quiet part out loud. Reduce population. You know who else said reduce population? Through vaccines. Remember that? Reduce population through, I'll say through the vacation. We'll say vacation. You know who said that? Bill Gates. Bill Gates wants to reduce the population through vacations. He said that himself. She said that out her mouth here in Baltimore, of all places. Here in Baltimore, July 14th, 2023. But this is who y'all want to vote for. This is who you want to vote for. It almost feels like they pulled the pin on that biological weapon that we had in 2020 to reduce some of the population. It also sounds like a lot of them people that died suddenly was collateral damage to reduce population. I'm just saying. You got Sean McCann telling me I'm deluded. We just watched her say it out her mouth. How do you justify that? I'm just asking a question. You know, I can't throw my voice and make it sound like her. And people clap like seals. Yes, they did. If they only knew what population they wanted to reduce, straight up.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
You must got ESP blackjack. As soon as you put that up there, just start playing by itself for some reason. I don't care who you are. You down for reducing the population? That shit is diabolical. That's nasty work right there. Yeah, reducing carbon emissions mean reducing you, me, the cows, cow fart. Remember AOC with the cow farts? That's what they want in the Green New Deal. They want Soylent Green New Deal. That's what they want. They want a Soylent Green New Deal. That's what they want, the Soylent Green New Deal. Telling you guys, this is what y'all voting for. Oh, but she's the most qualified candidate. No, she's not. She's just gonna do the bidding of Soros and Schwab and Barrio and all the people that really run things. She's just gonna be the face to push all the agenda on you, and you guys gonna just be just fucking licking your fingertips. Here you go. Look, pollution, not pop. That's not what she said, Sean. See, people. See, I'm not playing it again. She said population, Sean. Population. We heard what we heard. Portia Anderson in the building. Dr. Umo, some of y'all going to sleep for a while lowering carbon emissions. I agree, Melissa. I agree. That is funny. Anyway. So I'm actually shocked by this one though. This one right here, I'm pretty shocked about, right? Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks. She must have took a red pill, or I don't know, maybe she getting tired of Cenk and his antic. I don't know, cause she been kind of based a little bit, or more free thinking, I'll say. You know what I mean? So let's check it out. You know what, Sean? Show me a video of her correcting the record, Sean. I'm sure that people don't misspeak, but I'm sure Sean's on the same train with everybody else that Trump threatened Liz Cheney, right, Sean?
Can we just please not provide cover for our leaders when they make mistakes like this? That was a terrible mistake that Biden made. It should not be justified. Again, if you're a private citizen and you have your personal views about the Republican electorate, that's on you and that's your business. You have not taken an oath to represent the country. You're not the president of the United States. And I don't know why anyone would think it's a good idea to celebrate or applaud political culture in this country that allows for the president to just regularly trash tens of millions of people that he himself is supposed to be representing. That is not a good culture to set. And things will just continue devolving. I don't think that this is a winning thing to do. I'm not proud of what Biden did. And honestly, the thing that frustrates me even more is that after he made those statements, even though he was on video making those statements, a bunch of people are totally gaslighting about how it didn't happen. It's totally made up. It's fake. It's a scary world that we're currently living in, where a lot of people, a lot of voters, a lot of people in the media, just not based in, their views are not based in reality at all. And they would rather lie to people in order to cover up a mistake or a terrible act of an individual in a position of power. I don't even recognize what's happened to the Democratic Party anymore, to be honest. And luckily, you have people like Kamala Harris pushing back, and I'm really proud of her for doing that. And if you're offended by it, be offended by it. I don't really care. I see the direction that the country's going in with this type of divisive, disgusting rhetoric from people who, again, went out of their way to get elected to represent the people. When you make that decision, when you are awarded that position by the people, you need to represent the people, including the individuals who decided to cast their ballots for someone else.
She's right. She's right. We got 103 people on the vertical stream. If you don't mind, if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But she's right. right? And Kamala, to her credit, she did disavow what Nickel Slick said. I mean, she better had disavowed what Nickel Slick said. If she would have doubled down on it, that would have been her ass, Mr. Postman. But Anna's right. I don't know where she grew a set of balls from, or ovaries. I don't know, because she got a lot of makeup on her face. She's a pretty girl, but all that makeup she got on her face kind of make her look like a drag queen. She got to kind of just clean it up a little bit, Anna. You're a pretty girl. You don't really need the makeup like that. But you know, I digress. Zeus says, screw the Cheneys. I hear that. But she's right, and she's been standing 10 toes, and she's been kind of bucking, you know, the usual Young Turk. First off, why are the Young Turks called the Young Turks? Ain't that like, weren't they like a group of people that participated in like the Armenian genocide? Am I right about that? The Young Turks, right? They participated in Armenian genocide. Like, why would you name your show the Young Turks? That's like having a show called the Hitler Youth. Hey, yo, this is wild, but you know, I digress. Goodness gracious. But yeah, salute to Anna Kasparian. You know, I probably still don't agree with most of her views, but at least she's pushing back. Rudy says she's getting some of that conservative yammy. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Yeah. I still think Biden set that up. I think Biden did that on purpose. I don't think it was just some old man shit he did. I think that Biden literally did that on purpose to try to throw a wrench in Kamala, because they don't like each other. They don't like each other, and the Bidens and the Obamas don't like each other. Biden really don't like him now because they staged that coup against him. We did. We played the whole clip already, Dave S. We played it quite a few times. We played that whole clip. We got all of the good context out of that clip. And nowhere did Trump say that Liz Cheney should be killed, shot. Nowhere did he call for her to be killed or shot. He said what most liberals have been saying about war hawks all these years, is that the war hawks need to be put on the front line and fight, so they can see what it's like. You know what I mean? Just saying. You got to be worried about the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower warned us about it before he got the hell out of Dodge. Any of y'all in Colorado would like, would you kindly vote no? 309-127. The homie Strong Dad, he out there in Colorado. The Bushes are the original family. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. What's this? All right. Yeah, no clue about the waste disposal. Yeah, I mean, they got, but especially after the hurricane, it's kind of exacerbated it. But yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe, it's still a poor joke. It's still a poor joke, but yeah, it's an actual issue. Yeah. Yeah, the Obamas pulled that coup off with the Obamas. Yeah, Kamala pulled it off with the Obamas. Yeah, it was. I don't even think that Kamala pulled it off with the Obamas. I think the Obamas didn't want him there. They pulled the coup off with Pelosi. I don't think they were going to pick Kamala, but I think Biden or Jill or somebody had a diabolical plan to just endorse Kamala Harris before the Obamas could endorse whoever they was going to endorse, and then it was just off to the races after that. Because what do? Do you say, oh, he didn't mean to say that? You know what I mean? He didn't mean to say that. You know. Now I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. They want to see. They want their kids homeschooled, right? I know a lot of people that want their kids homeschooled. They're tired of the propaganda that's being pushed in public schools. They're tired of the curriculum that's being pushed in public schools. Teachers that don't really care anymore. They're just there for a check and not for the love of being a teacher, right? So check this out. Donnie T pledged $10,000 a year per child on all costs associated with their children's education. Let's see what he says about that. Let's see what he says about this. I'm gonna first tell you that I believe wholeheartedly that this is another AI mixtape from Donald Trump, which is smart. Like, I wouldn't even be mad if Biden did it. It's smart. It's smart. One take Jake, you get your likeness down pat and your voice, and then you feed AI the script and you let them read it, and it's done the first time around. But I digress.
When I'm reelected, I will do everything I can to support parents who make the courageous choice of homeschool. Under the Trump tax cuts, we allowed families to use 529 education savings accounts to spend up to $10,000 a year tax-free on tuition for grades K through 12. This was a tremendous win for school choice, very important, school choice, remember that term.
It's actually Trump talking.
And yet that benefit did not apply to homeschoolers. So to support the growing homeschool movement, in my next term, I will immediately fight to allow homeschool parents the same incredible benefit, $10,000 a year per child, completely tax-free to spend on costs associated with homeschool education. I will also work to ensure that every homeschool family is entitled to full access to the benefits available to non-homeschool students, including participating in athletic programs, clubs, after-school activities, educational trips, and more. To every homeschool family, I will be your champion. Do not vote Democrat. They are looking to destroy you. If you don't mind my saying that, Joe Biden can't put two sentences together, and yet he's looking to destroy you. Do not vote Democrat. Vote for Honest Donald. Thank you very much.
Honest, he had to laugh at that. But shoot, gotta give him a round of applause for that one. I got a homegirl in California right now. Say, yo, my son, her son is 3 years old. She's like, my son 3. He about to go to pre-K next year. I can't do it. I can't put him in a public school. They teaching nonsense. They got a curriculum in California where they teaching kids it's cool to touch themselves, like kindergartners. It feels good. Go ahead, touch yourself. You know? But kids were backlogged because of the influx of kids trying to homeschool. I want to know, so you said you're in where? Jacksonville? I wonder what what's the word? The prerequisite to homeschool your kid. What's the process in Jacksonville? 'Cause I think here in Maryland, you just got to write a letter saying you're going to homeschool your kid. And I think they just be like, all right, you know? So I wonder what the what's the name is. I think they would have to streamline that process to kind of make it a little better. But I don't think homeschooling your kid is a bad idea, considering, you know, the nonsense that they're teaching in school today. Like no kindergartner should be like, oh no, it's okay to touch yourself. It feels good. Like what? What? You know what I mean? So yeah, public education is a disaster. It's been a disaster since I was in elementary school, right? They touched on it in The Wire, the No Child Left Behind policy here in Maryland, the social promotion they called it. So what social promotion is, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you guys a video I made about a story here in Baltimore. It'll speak volumes, I'll say. It'll speak volumes. Another video that I've done that should have went viral, but the suppression that I was under with YouTube because it's, you know, them trying to force a experimental drug on us and all the lying that was doing behind that. But I digress. Where's that video? Did it early on. Where is it at? Here we go. My question is, I want y'all to listen to this. This is Maryland. Just understand this. Let's look.
My question is, how?
He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably would start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
The school failed him. The school failed.
In his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But his transcripts show his class rank is 62 out of 120.
I wish I would have came home with some shit like that. Y'all see this nigga? That's my dad in his 50s. Imagine me bringing home a failing report card in his prime. I promise you I wouldn't have lived to tell about it. And Mom, where were you? You telling me in 4 years you ain't seen not one report card? You had not one parent-teacher conference? You didn't get one of them automated, your kid wasn't at school today telephone calls? And don't let me get it started on Baltimore City school system. We got this thing here called social promotion. Basically, even if the kid failing, they'll pass him along in hopes that he'll academically catch up and he'll be able to graduate with his friends in the rest of his class when he's supposed to. The dumbest shit in the world. The school had his part in failing this kid. But Mom, where were you? They said in 3 years he failed 22 classes and was absent 272 times, and you didn't know? Look, I can go on all day about how the school system failed this kid, how the mother failed this kid, why we need fathers in the house. But the bottom line is this. We can't depend on the teachers in the school system to teach our kids. We have to do that. Learning doesn't start and stop in school. As you see in this story, clearly the school don't care. There's 58 other kids dumber than him. To no fault of their own, I'm sure. This is a heartbreaking story. This kid's 17 years old and he has to start from the 9th grade. Now, what are the odds that he finishes school? You gotta do better, folks. Get involved in your kids' lives if you ain't. Raise them to become better, productive citizens. Raise them to become better than you.
And it's gotten worse since then. The school system here in Maryland or in Baltimore City has gotten worse. It's only getting worse. They more focus on kids. There's a kid in my daughter's school. She said this kid identifies as a fucking wolf or a cat or something like that and walks around with a tail and is allowed to eat on the floor. It's fucking crazy. They're more focused on accommodating that nonsense than teaching kids. They more focused on sexualizing your kid versus teaching them reading, writing, and arithmetic. They want to indoctrinate, not educate. So I don't blame a lot of these parents out here, right, who want to homeschool their children. I'm looking into it for my 10-year-old. My daughter got 2 more years and she's off to college. My 10-year-old got some time. I need to find something better for him. I wish I had the time to homeschool him, but I don't. But I will pay for him to have a better education than what he's getting. I will. If I gotta work 2 jobs, but I will pay for his education if I have to make sure he gets a proper education and not the nonsense that they're teaching in these public schools today. Yeah, it's a furry in high school. I'm not lying. I said this. I dropped her off one day and I think I seen the kid. Like, thought he was fucking Tony the Tiger. Thought he was Tony the Tiger. What up, Rudy? You got the number, Rudy? Go ahead, call in. I got you. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's set up, Rudy. Rudy, call in. You got it. But it's sad. It's sad, yo. That's what that's a sad fact of reality in a lot of these inner cities. They ain't worried about American children, American citizens, American children. They want to give all the money and the resources to the people that don't even belong here. I remember the story where I think it was the New Jersey governor. He got taken to task. Because he was giving free education to illegal immigrants, but the black kids in Camden and Trenton, New Jersey, they had to pay for their hold on one second, Rudy. They had to pay for community college. What up, Rudy?
What's going on, Ken? Remember the other night, man? First of all, what's up, big homie? How you living today, man?
Chilling. I can't call it.
Did you have the bubble out today, man? I've seen you out in the bubble all day today, man.
Yeah, I had the Lex bubble out today. I don't know why you call my car the Lex bubble. I had my car out today, yo. The gas is crazy, yo. Can't keep driving my truck. I got to fill up every other day with the truck.
Can't keep driving the truck, right?
Yeah, it costs too much.
I challenge anybody in here. Although I'm not really a fan of his show, I'm going to send everybody, you got to watch the Thomas Massey episode of the Timcast IRL when he breaks down the corruption at the Department of Education and how they, just the funding alone that goes of the federal budget that could go back to the states alone, just the money that would go back to the states if they abolished that department. It's astronomical. So that's just the salaries of the fucking assholes in D.C. who work at the Department of Education alone is astronomical. All right?
I believe it.
All right. Second off, in that episode, he talks about how Merrick Garland, everybody knows who Merrick Garland is because we're educated people in this chat. His daughter and his son-in-law run one of the biggest DEI tranny fucking programs through the Department of Education.
Interesting.
And how the Department of Education will withhold funding from states for school educational funding if you don't push the programs that they approve.
That's that ESI shit,
so
right?
All this all this fucking tranny fucking gay rights fucking masturbate for fucking kindergarten, all the bullshit that's in the schools right now, all of it is a trickle-down effect of the Department of Education. Now, it was a while ago, but it was Thomas Massey on Tim Pool, man. I listened to that whole conversation that night, and when he breaks down how corrupt and how all this sexualization of the children and the DEI, how it's all tied into the Department of Education and how it's a trickle-down effect into the states and how you're not going to get your money, you're not going to get your federal funding unless you push what they want you to put. I just challenge everybody to go listen to what that man said, because the other night when we were talking and said something about getting rid of the Department of Education, you're like, I don't know. Man, that's just got to go. And what else has to go is the public sector teachers unions. And you can go back to the episode where H.J. had that lady on from California.
Yeah, I remember that.
Talking about the corruption. Yeah. Talking about the corruptions and the bullshit top-down horse shit that comes out of the public sector teacher. How the fuck does our tax dollars pay a teacher's salary, and then that teacher has to turn around with her tax dollars and with our tax dollars and give it to a fucking union, so a bitch like Randy Weingarten can make millions of dollars a fucking year to fucking push the bullshit and run around and donate it all to Democrats. The Department of Education has to be the first institution, has to be the first institution that's cut out of that federal budget, man. And then start working from there on down, man. Yeah. Get rid of that FBI, CIA, DEA, all of that shit, can roll it all up into one, man. Go in there and cut a couple. How come the federal government, if you're running a business and you're out here and you're struggling to get by, sometimes you got to lay people off. Sometimes you got to fucking cut off. Sometimes people got to take a pay cut. How come that federal government never has to do any of that? No one ever gets laid off. No one ever gets a pay cut. And with $36 billion in debt. So I just challenge everybody in the chat, man, to go watch that episode and listen. And Massey breaks it down, because he goes in every year. He's been in Congress, and the first bill he puts up is the bill to disband the Department of Education
Yeah.
And no one ever signs it and never goes to the floor, but he puts it up there every year. So, I mean, I like Nancy, man. I think he's a pretty sharp dude, you know?
Yeah.
In the long run, he's a politician, so you always got to be wary.
That's true.
But when he breaks that down and you see the sick shit that goes on with that fucking Department of Education, it's dude, if that don't change anybody's mind on why that fucking thing's even there, then you're a fucking idiot. That's all I got to say. Victoria Nuland is not a hot piece of ass. AOC's having my baby. Hotep and build, y'all.
Hotep and build. Oh, man. There we go. I mean, he got a point. And I said it before. I said, I don't know if I would completely abolish it. I would probably, I mean, it definitely needs an overhaul. It needs a major overhaul. You know, but maybe there is an argument to defunding or abolishing the Department of Education. You know, maybe it does just need to be at the state level. Each state has its own Department of Education and they run their Department of Education how they see fit. I think there's a have a good night, Sean, man. But I don't know. I think there's an argument to be made about the states having, you know, control over their Department of Education, not the federal government. I think a lot of things should be at the state level and not the federal level. I don't think the federal government needs a hands in everything. You know what I mean? I guess Cloud Sugar just got here and ain't see the video we just played, but, you know, I digress. You know. But, anyway, I want to get y'all guys' opinion on this, right? This is a story that we haven't really heard of in a minute. I remember Daniel Penny, the guy that was on the New York subway and choked the guy out, ended up killing him. He's I think the opening arguments started it started today. Opening arguments are slated to begin this morning, which was today, in the trial of for Daniel Penny, 26-year-old charged with the death of Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old with schizophrenia, who Penny put in a fatal chokehold during an incident on an F train last year. So for those of you who don't know, or just to refresh your memory, allegedly there was a guy on the train tripping out, you know, wilding out, and legitimately had, according to eyewitnesses, had people scared on the train. They thought that he was going to hurt somebody. We did a whole stream on this, you know. If you want to, you can go back into my catalog and you can find the stream. I'm sure the thumbnail will have Daniel Penny in it. But we showed just incident after incident after incident after incident on New York subway trains. Remember, we had the guy that carried out the attack on the subway trains with the Glock and the tear gas and all that other stuff, or the smoke bombs and all that other stuff. We showed incident after incident on the train, and people were genuinely afraid. So what happened was that Daniel Penny, he sprung into action because people thought that this guy was really going to hurt some people, and he choked them out. Now, the video that we saw, you know, they said he held a chokehold for 6 minutes, but the guy was still fighting for like 5 of the 6 minutes. So, we don't really know what happened there. But he's on trial. You got a lot of people calling him a hero, and then you got some people calling him a murderer. And the people that's included in calling him a hero are the people that were on the train that said, yo, we felt like that guy was going to hurt us, and he sprung into action, and we feel like he saved us, or somebody. So I want to know what you guys think. You know, what do you think about this situation? You think Neely was a hero, or you think Neely had ill intentions behind what he did? Joseph said dude wasn't a threat, he was a murderer. See, you know, I know some people, you know, some call it chokehold, others call it a carotid restraint technique. You know, dude was trying to protect others. Conservative hippie said dude was trying to protect others. You know, like I said, there's a lot of people on the fence about what happened. You know, after I watched the footage and me being, you know, steeped in self-defense, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, stuff like that. I don't think Penny was trying to kill the man. Now, I do agree with Yosef that the guy wasn't armed. He was just selling wolf tickets on the train, right? We watched. I said he just selling wolf tickets. He just selling wolf tickets. That's all he doing. He didn't put his hands on anybody. He just out of it, But I also had to concede the point that I wasn't on that train and I wasn't in the position that those people are in, who was like genuinely scared that he was going to do something. I remember Rudy, who just called. Rudy said that he had a similar situation happen to him on a bus. But this guy was actually trying to hurt people. The person that was on Rudy's bus actually was trying to harm people. And I think he said he had bit somebody, like some flesh out of somebody's arm or something crazy. So at that point, you gotta restrain somebody. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm interested to see how this goes. Like I said, I don't think he intended to kill this guy. Right? But how are they going to rule this? Is it going to be what's it called? Justifiable homicide. I think that's what they call it. Are they going to give him manslaughter and not murder? Or are they going to give him a lesser murder charge? Or is he going to walk? I don't know, but I know I'm interested in this case. I want to follow this case. I'm sure LawTube Sean. Let's go to his channel real quick. Let's see what LawTube Sean did. Let's see. Let's see what Sean did. Did Sean cover this today? Let me see. What's this show called? Potentially Criminal. Nope, he didn't cover it yet. I'll hit him up. I'm gonna hit him on Twitter and see if he's gonna cover that situation. 'Cause I'm interested to know. I'm interested to know what he thinks and if he's gonna cover this case. If not, I'll probably try to cover as much of it as I can, or at least we do a recap, during the week. So we'll see. But I just came across my feed and I was like, damn, I forgot about this. I forgot all about this. But I digress. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention that trial's starting. So what else I got in here for you guys? I just seen something over here. Hold on. Boom. There we go. This is wild. So while we're all talking about if Donald Trump was making threats at Liz Cheney, right? Breaking news. The U.S. has deployed B-52 bombers to the Middle East. Statement from Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder on Middle East force posture updates. The Pentagon, in keeping with our commitments to the protection of U.S. citizens and forces in the Middle East, the defense of Israel, and de-escalation through deterrence and diplomacy, the Secretary of Defense ordered the deployment of additional ballistic missile defense destroyers, fighter squadron, and tanker aircraft, and several U.S. Air Force B-52 long-range strike bombers to the region. These forces will begin to arrive in the coming months as the USS Abraham Lincoln carrier strike group prepares to depart. That was today. That's my question, reaction. So do you think it's just the United States sending a signal, trying to be a deterrent, trying to just like posture and puff their chest out and force Iran and Hezbollah to back down? Or you think they ready to knuck if you buck? I also agree, a rational bastard, with that as well. I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. I think it's really interesting. I thought it was interesting when it went down. Like I said, if you want to go see my, let me see, I can pull it up so you guys can see. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Like I said, I got a big catalog of things. Let's see. I feel like it happened so long ago, though. You know what I mean? I feel like it happened so long ago. As y'all can see, I've been at this for a very long time. For a very long time. Even did a video on Red Lobster closing. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me see. Do I got a Daniel? I know I got a Daniel Penny thing. I know me and Jay covered it. Where's it at? Should be coming up on it. Here we go right here. Daniel Penny fundraiser hits 2 million. I knew we did a video on it. So it's called Daniel Penny's fundraiser hit 2 million. I'll put it in the chat if you want to go take a look at this video. They closed a ton of Red Lobster. I love me some Red Lobster now. Them Bay Cheddar biscuits, baby. Them Bay Cheddar biscuits. Anyway, I just put that in the chat. Y'all got that. So y'all can go back and check that out. But my take is there. It's just it was really interesting that it's like, dang, I thought this case was done, but it's not. Anyway, but yeah, as far as these B-52s, are they puffing their chest out or are they ready to knuck if you buck? What y'all think? You know what I mean? What y'all think? I don't think we should be over there in the first place. I think that Israel, they're big boys and girls and they can handle their situation. You know what I mean? I think they're big boys and girls and they can handle their situation. That's just me. You know, I don't think we need to be there. I don't think we need to be there. And Mike would know. Mike, Mike was in the military. He retired from the military, you know. But that's just my opinion. I think that Israel can handle it themselves. I don't think that the United States needs to fund another war. But I do think that the powers that be here, they're ready they're looking for a new forever war. That's just me. They're just playing the VIG right now. Israel's pocket APAC. You know. Now, when I need to know information about this stuff, I go to the Council on Future Conflicts channel. That's the Council on Future Conflict. Them boys know what they're talking about over there. They know what they're talking about over there. I'm just put that like that. Trying to see if I got anything else before I get out of here for the night. We talked about that lady. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna probably play this at the end before we get out of here. This right here, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is a cautionary tale. I want you guys to watch this. This shit is disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised, okay? Viewer discretion is advised. Let's go over it.
Why don't you just sit down there? There's no one else up there? Where do you live at, dear? Thompson? How far away is that?
Like 30 minutes, like close to Chardon.
Why don't you have a seat right there? Why don't you have a seat right there on that stool?
He probably would have. Yeah, probably. Where's she at?
Yeah. Why don't you just sit down there?
That guy's on water.
We'll get you some stuff here.
Car number 12.
Is there any weapons up there here?
Chloe Jones was beaten with a baseball bat and held in the shed for 4 days before she was rescued. Chloe says she wants her face shown as a warning for other women. She says the accused kidnapper, 33-year-old William Mazengo, offered her a ride home in Kenmore, Ohio. She made the mistake of accepting and ended up in the shed where she was beaten. It turns out Chloe Jones wasn't his first kidnapping victim. He was convicted of kidnapping another woman in Ohio in 2017, but was released after serving only 18 months in prison. Now that victim, Mackenzie Maston, is speaking out.
And the police were able to come in and swarm him, and he, the whole time during when he was getting in the cop car and everything else, he was screaming that he was going to finish what he started.
When you saw her black eyes, did you have those same black eyes?
Yes, it was one of the most scariest experiences of my life. I just can't believe that law enforcement and the court system is allowing him to keep reoffending.
That shit is sad. That shit is tragic. That is a heinous event, like Lady T just said. That is horrible. That is horrible. You see her face? Pretty girl. Look at her, beaten and raped. Ladies, and we've covered this on the show plenty of times, ladies. We covered this on the show plenty of times. It's some degenerates out here. It's some evil people out here in the world. And I hate to say it, but first off, I say it. I hate to say it, but I say it all the time because it's true. Profiling keeps you alive. Profiling keeps you alive. Look at this man. Where's his face? Look at that dude. I'd clutch my pearls if I saw him. I might put my hand on the glizzy. Pause. The Glock. Okay, we used to call the Glock the glizzy before they start calling hot dogs glizzies. I'd have looked at him like, nope, never mind. I don't need that ride. Rudy said he did 10 years for weed. This guy got, what he just did to this woman here, he did to another woman, and they gave him 18 months. 18 months. And he did it again. Ladies, always be aware of your surroundings. Always be situationally aware. I hate to say it, like if a guy is really insistent on giving you a ride or something, or coming in your house, no. There's guys like that that give good guys a bad name, but like I said, profiling keeps you alive. If it look like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. You shouldn't be taking rides from anybody. That's right, Portia. You shouldn't be taking rides from nobody. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. You got to keep your wits about you. You got to be situationally aware. We showed a video on this channel where a lady was just walking down the street in New York, and a guy threw his belt around her neck like she was a baby calf, and then drug her behind a car and had his way with her. You had women in New York getting punched in the face out of nowhere, getting assaulted out of nowhere. It's dangerous out here in these streets for you ladies. This is not only a cautionary tale for women, this is cautionary tale for little girls and teenage girls. I know it sounds crazy. I made my daughter watch part of The Lovely Bones. You ever seen that movie, The Lovely Bones? You ever seen that movie, The Lovely Bones? I had to show her that though this is what happens. This stuff like this happens. I need you to keep your head on the swivel. I need you to keep your head on the swivel. Show your daughters this. Show your nieces this. Show your wives this. You got to keep them grounded here in reality, because shit like this happens every day. Every day. Matter of fact, there's a major case they've been showing as of late on the news. It was a girl here in Gaithersburg, Maryland, who was raped and killed by an MS-13 member. We just had a story 2 days ago. MS-13 member shot and killed a 16-year-old boy in a nice area, nice Jewish area at that. Killed this 16-year-old boy at like in the parking lot of a Ramada Inn, just for nothing. It's a scary world out here, y'all. It's getting more dangerous and more dangerous. It's getting more dangerous and more dangerous. Yeah, Lovely Bones. It's called The Lovely Bones. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it. And I forgot the name of the young actress, but it's got Mark Wahlberg in it. Like I said, this is a sad fact of reality, and just stay in the ear of the women that you love. Just stay in the ear of like your daughters and your nieces and your wives, because this happens all the time. There's another incident here, Gaithersburg, Maryland, MS-13. They cut some girl heart out. They cut her heart out while she was alive for some ritual shit. Like, this is sad. This is sad. First off, like y'all said, you don't take a ride from somebody that look like that. You don't take a ride from somebody that look like that. I don't care if he a college professor. He looked like that. No, I'm straight. I talked to one chick that she didn't need to learn in self-defense or observation skills because she lives in a safe country, Canada. Never face palm so hard in my life. Yeah. Some people think that shit only happened in movies. Is that right? That movie, it was a movie that was hard to watch. It was a movie that was hard to watch. But it served a purpose. Right? It serves a purpose. Like, look, this shit happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. And I need you to be aware. I tell my daughter that all the time. She like her big old Apple AirPods, whatever the hell their headphones are. She walk around just aloof sometimes, and I had like, nope. When we in public, one ear off. I need you to have one ear off. I need you to be able to hear what's around you. Now the AirPods, I will let her keep them in because they had that passive mode where like you can hear better than your actual hearing. You know, but these, nope. You can't hear shit around you. I need you to hear around you. I need you to keep your head on the swivel. I need you to walk in a well-populated area and taking no shortcuts through nothing. I told her mom, I said, you need to make sure that you on time picking her up from the bus. If there's some situation where you can't pick her up and she's got to walk home, I told my daughter, you need to stay on the main streets. Don't cut no shortcuts, no nothing like that. And always keep your head looking around. Something suspicious, you cross the street or you run, scream, you do what you got to do. Because if I got to come looking for you, everybody going down. Everybody going down. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that, because that's sad what happened to her, but it can serve as a cautionary tale that you can show the women in your lives, right? You really want to protect women? Show them this and explain to them that there's evil people like this in the world right now as we speak that want to do nothing but see you suffer. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. The question of the night is... Actually, did we have a question of the night tonight? Oh, yeah. Question of the night is... Do you really think that Donald Trump threatened Liz Cheney? Do you really think that? Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this one video. But until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll holler at y'all.
We will end all taxes on overtime. No tax on tips. And we'll cut your energy prices in half. We're going to drill a baby drill.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Wages will soar, the cost of living will fall, and I will deliver the greatest economy in the history of the world.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? Like everybody needs to be woke. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
On November 5th, we will save our economy. We will rescue our middle class. We will reclaim our sovereignty and restore our borders. And we will always put America first.
I grew up a middle class kid. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today than it did before the pandemic. Ground beef is up almost 50%. I'm trying to get elected.
Relax and take notes. Relax and